Alright, and here is a quick look at the Project X, or Planet X CAELUS. I keep getting Project X and Planet X because Project Genesis was the Omega Supreme they did, if you recall. This is Planet X CAELUS, which obviously, as you can see, is their version of Fall of Cybertron SWOOP. And he's actually, just like Genesis, ended up being a very nice, sturdy, detailed figure, and a really neat representation of SWOOP from the comics. He does have his thruster back here. He's got some little movable fins and flaps on the back. They do tend to pop off a little easy, especially like these two little flat ones. So be careful of that when you're playing with him. Little wing flaps here. He's got poseable little talons and claws up here. The swords, you don't have to have the swords on here. This is just a place you can store them. You can also attach them to the missiles up here if you wish. And the missiles can come off. You can have them as just a plain, if you just want a plain dinosaur wing there. You don't have to have them on there. Entirely up to you. I do it just to have storage in alt mode. But the head is a little loose. You can see he's just like the old G1 SWOOP. He's got his robot head hiding behind there. But a neat little figure. Instructions aren't super great. There's a few steps where it's just kind of like, and then this happens, and you're like, wait, how does that happen? But not too bad. You can certainly figure it out. He's not a difficult transformer by any means. He's got little poseable feet down here. Now he has these little handles, and I thought maybe he turned into like a jetpack of some sort. Like maybe you could fold these down and his legs around somebody and have him grip these handles. And it turns out what these are for is you would fold these pieces down in his alt mode. He can come down and they fit. And here's a Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, and we'll do a size comparison with him later on. But the opening behind Grimlock's head, there's a couple little slots right in here. You can actually take him, hook him into the back of Grimlock, and let's see, there we go. So he's hooked into the back of Grimlock, but also, like in the game, I think he flew and carried him around. So you can pick up Grimlock and fly him around with those hooks. They don't stay in, like if he leans forward, he does fall off. They don't stay in very sturdily. But yeah, that's what those hooks are for, apparently. But yeah, and to transform him into robot mode, very simple. Flip the feet down, flip those hooks in. Go ahead and attach the feet from here. Peg in right here on the chest. Bring the legs down. Oh, I'm going to make sure that you got the... Yeah, sometimes that if that black piece is folded down, it'll make it hard to fold up. So make sure that's up like that. Flip the foot up. Rotate the leg around right there at the thigh. Flip the heel back like that. Flip these little panels here on the side of the legs. You want to make sure that when you're going back to Dino mode to fold those up, because those let the legs sit all the way up against the body. So yeah, pull those down. Lift the wings up back here, and then you pop them off. They attach to the red pieces right here. So you can see the tab. You want to pull them all. You can see the jet thruster is lifted up over here. See if I can get that a little brighter. There we go. So pull that off all the way at the thruster, and then you pull these side abdomen pieces out. You untap. They actually tab in here. So you untap them here, and then you lift them up and tab them to the higher slot right there behind his dino head. So lift them up. You can see there's the difference between the two sides. So pull it out, lift it up, and then tab it in a little higher. And you kind of do the same thing on the backpack. You lifted these up, and go ahead and flip his head forward, and then this whole backpack slides up, and then they just tab back in like they were higher up for the robot mode. Then you fold his head down into his chest. Pull the swords off. Rotate his arms forward. Flip up the panel. There's a little tab to let you flip his fist out. Now he doesn't have any wrist swivels, unfortunately, which is a little bit of a shame, but his fists are not in the monkey position. They're not rotated this way, so that's okay. Lift him up. Flip his fist out. Like that. The shoulder armor rotates up to form shoulder pads. And then you can fold the little claws in, fold the wing pieces up on each side. And there you just have a swoop in robot mode. Swoop in robot mode. Fold the fins down. Now, what I like to do is, you can do this however you want. You can move the missile launchers. You can kind of hold them as guns, but they don't quite fit all the way down because of the arm detailing. But what I like to do, since the wings are on swivels here, I like to fold them up into kind of triangles and have them just kind of sit over his back like missile launchers. You can do whatever you wish with them. I mean, there's a lot of different variations and angles, and you can pose them however you want. That's how I like to do it. Make sure the ankles are down low enough to support him. Because you can push the ankles up high enough that he likes to fall backwards, but it's just a matter of positioning the ankle a little lower. Give him his swords. And there he is. A nice little figure, like I said, solid construction. Good posability. He's got dual swivels at the shoulder. His head is, it's not on a ball joint. Or if it is on a ball joint, it doesn't really get the benefit of it. But it can look up and down and side to side. Now we got a bicep swivel, hinge elbows. The wrists have a little bit of hinge movement. You can actually do with them closed, but they don't have a wrist swivel, unfortunately. We got dual hinge hips. No waist articulation. Just do. Oh no, he does have waist articulation. The beak kind of blocks it a little bit, as do the thrusters back here. But he does have some waist movement. Nice. A thigh swivel, hinge knees, and you get a little bit of movement out of the ankles. No ankle tilts or anything like that, but he can support himself in some pretty wide poses thanks to the independent heels. So yeah. Let's see if I can focus that a little better. And again, since we had Grimlock in, let's give him a size comparison here, just to get them together. He does look good with Grimlock. The yellow doesn't quite match, but I'm okay with that. So he's smaller than Grimlock, but he should be because Grimlock is huge. But they look good together. Apparently, Planet X has put a poll on their Facebook page of what you'll see them make next. And I think Trypticon's one of the choices. The other three, actually all four of the remaining Dinobots, like it looks like they may even do their own Grimlock at some point, which I would love. I would love to have a Grimlock made like this, as well as the other three, to have all five of the Dinobots from Planet X from one company with a consistent style. I would love that. But yeah, the big Trypticon, the rest of the Dinobots, including a new Grimlock, it would appear. I think Hound, Springer, and there's somebody else I can't remember. So you can vote on that on their Facebook page. A really nice figure. I got it from Robot Kingdom. Just really, really neat. Like I said, not perfect, but Planet X has released two figures, and both of them have been pretty great. Definitely quality right out of the gate, and this is no exception. I think it runs about. I think you can get it for like $60 on Robot Kingdom, and a little bit more than that from online retailers here in the States that carry it. But it's a really nifty little figure. If you're into the Dinobots, I do recommend picking it up. If you're not into Dinobots, maybe you can skip it. I don't think, like, it's neat. I don't know if this is necessary for your collection. There's lots of cooler stuff coming out. Like, a whole bunch of stuff has hit this month. And like, if you pass up him to get Perfect Effects Warden, like, I don't blame you, because Warden is amazing, and we're going to shoot a video for him in a little bit. But there he is, Planet X CAELUS.